Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Neremik, and we're going to explore around Animal Crossing. Let's go to the city and all city folk. Right now, it is 2:13 AM on the 23rd of August 2023. Yeah, we're playing this game at normal person hours, and we're going to get started. I kind of felt like the vibe of just recording this one super late. I was probably going to do this on New Horizons or GameCube, and then I realised this one probably has the most interest to have a late night episode in. And we'll talk about that a little as we go through. This is just going to be a chill episode though. We'll go around speaking to villagers and whatnot, not really looking to get any money done or any tasks done. We'll do maintenance if anything needs doing, but generally, we're here to vibe. Now, first things first. What is going on with mail? Is it just the Happy Room Academy? It's just the Happy Room Academy. Again, don't worry, we got like 20 minutes of goodness to cram into this, and I plan to vibe to hell and back. So don't worry, we will go to the city in the dead of night. It's kind of like a staple of these episodes. Again, like, we do these like, I'd say intermittently, right? But, I don't know. I'd say nowadays we do these a little bit intermittently. Whereas earlier in the series, we'd kind of accidentally do more of them than we probably should have. And that was just down to me chronically procrastinating. Like, there is a stint of episodes, and I'd say they were from like 2017, 2018, where every episode was just 11 PM, 11 PM, 11 PM, which by then, the shop had been closed unless it was Nook and Go, and it was just kind of the same routine because there wasn't really anyone awake or anything else open for us to do otherwise. Definitely, could have done better planning on my part. Whereas nowadays, if we do them, maybe by accident, but it's a bit less repetitive, or we do them because we want to do them. I always think they're a bit more vibey than they were back in the day, if I don't mind saying so myself. And now granted, the vibes are immaculate, like, we can still do a few things. Like, nowadays we've got the fountains, we can go and have a try out that. Of course, we get the odd villager hanging around, take trips to the roost. And I always personally like going to the city because there's a chance resetting will be open, and it's just a nice, like, chill spot. It doesn't cost us anything either, which is like, sign me up. Now, who's awake at this hour? Because I did see on the startup screen, Anchor's awake. And I think Butch is awake too. I think he lives in here? No, that's Octavian. Is it one to the north? Butch, yeah, you were around too. He is. Yeah, see the startup screen. A fun little fact. It will. Oh, and Octavian. You're gonna shout at me for not speaking to you for ages, ain't you? Oh, never mind. Childy, good to see you. You couldn't have wandered over at a better time. You could handle this with your eyes closed, but you bump into stuff. I've got a vital mission for you. Okay, that's just an outright lie, but you don't mind running an errand to repel, do you, dude? Okay. You're a real lifesaver. I can't be seen with something as silly as a present. Ever. So get on and take this to Yuka for me, dude. Wow, there is a fair few people awake. There's Anchor, Octavian, Bruce, Victoria, and now presumably Yuka. And what are you two speaking about? So, hey, wait a second, mister. Octavian, did you eat all my tomato tartar? When? That's what she was marching over for. I've been waiting all day to eat it, Sugar Cube. All day is 2 hours 14 minutes. What? No, how in the heck could I eat your food? I haven't been to your house in forever. Yeah, but when I woke up, it was totally gone. I even looked under the bed and everything. That is not a place you should be storing food unless you want cockroaches. Granted, they seemingly move in anyway in this town, but And then I saw you walking, and I went to talk to you, and you ran away. Guilty, Sugar Cube. Just cute. Just, like, j'accuse. And so, I don't know, you're French. That's because you were running at me with this crazed look in your eyes. To be fair, yeah, I'd run too. Birthday buddy, I'm on your side, Octavian. I don't believe you did it. Maybe you were dreaming about eating it and chow down in your sleep. I do that sometimes. I did not eat my food. That's, like, absurd. Only weirdos eat food in their sleep. Well then, what's that? Oh my gosh, are you going to try and... Oh, there's something stuck in my teeth, Sugar Cube. Oh, see, maybe you should think before you start acting like a crazy person, dude. Yay, that's amazing, Octavian. You could be a detective. Ga ha 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 ha. I'd make a pretty good detective, wouldn't I, dude? Well, I'm surprised both of those came out of that smiling, but you know what? So be it. Now, Yuka lives all the way down there. Don't know if I saw that white song or not, but if we rush over in a short enough amount of time, I reckon we can make it work. Although, before we do, I'm just going to quickly make sure all these guys are warded. Again, I don't think there's a perfect... Oh, never mind. Whoa, Daniel, oh my gosh, what's with this sudden appearance? Yep, you're gonna chastise me. Well, you know, get it out of the way. I'm sure you've seen these lines a million times. Again, another staple of the old series, and to a point the series nowadays, we are definitely quite lacking in the whole speak to villagers consistently department. Should probably work on that, but then again, these episodes are kind of quite helpful for that in and of themselves, because it's like, yeah, this does just force me to speak to villagers for 20 minutes. But you guys don't seem to mind that all too much. It's like, I don't either. It's like, you know, so what if I leave the recording till the last minute? It's just an excuse to catch up with my villagers and see weird shit going on late night. It's like, I don't know. I like to keep these episodes sparing, because in a way, you know, back in the olden days, they might have seen, you know, be seen as all too special, whereas now, you know, like, I mean, I don't care if, like, in 2018 I would have been 16, 15. It's like, they're still special. You know, there's something about recording a video at 2 AM and still living in a house full of people where it's like, yeah, I did record this at 2 AM, thank you very much. I am still defying the odds and being a little bit rebellious. Like, should I be asleep? Absolutely. Am I recording video? You know I am. Now, shockingly, you are awake, Yuko. So, hi champ, what's the matter, Tusk Tusk? Delivery. And it is from Octavian. So let's see what's in this then. From Octavian. Alright, he hasn't given me a gift in ages. I haven't given anyone a gift in ages. Wow, it's a chic wall. Thanks for bringing this by. Please extend my thanks to Octavian, okay? So I assume we're going to run back to Octavian and relay the phenomenal news that we finished his delivery. But hey, he'll like us, so there is that. Can't go wrong with that, can you? Ooh. God, that was like a perfect exhale. I don't know what that was, but that was like... God, I felt it was voice acting like that. Damn. Anyway, Octavian, there's Victoria. He was hanging around here, wasn't he? If we can't find him now, then by all means I will just run into him in a little bit, but... You know, find him now, square it away. Although, if not... Fountain time is always on the cards. Granted, you know, we're here. Also, I'm surprised that there are, like, this little flowers that need watering, given it's been, like, over a week since the last episode. Usually if I came, like, any other time, these things would be crusty as all hell, but apparently not now. But, hey, I won't complain, less work for me. You know, more chances to vibe and all that jazz. Now, what you got for us? Hey, let me ask you something. Do I look different today? Don't you think I look completely different? We're gonna say... Same as ever. What? You don't see it? I'm wearing a whole new outfit today. It's the same design as before, though. Tsk. You know, you should try to notice when a girl gets a makeover. Maybe if you weren't busy swinging axes around like a maniac, you might notice something. Just for that, I'm keeping your axe. Fine by me. Free inventory slot. You can keep it. Like all the rest you've kept. You evil witch demon lady. I tell you, bane of my existence she can be. Alright, well, that's the night. I actually kind of need to find Octavian. It's like I wanna finish speaking to him, you know? Kind of square it away in the back of my mind. Like, isn't there a... I swear there was a scientific study done to say that, like, interrupted actions or thoughts, like trains of thoughts, or like activities tend to linger in your mind because your brain is aware that it needs to finish them at some point. Or, like, kind of obsesses on the fact it should finish them. Like, I swear I heard that in a game theory video, and that was always stuck with me. It's like... God, I wish I could exploit that some days. Okay, Butch, I'm going to make a note that you're here and speak to you in a sec. Actually, I'll speak to you now, because you're going to... Yeah, you're going to complain, ain't you? You haven't seen my mug in a while. Did I try to take a strip somewhere interesting? Nope, but I'm going to speak to you now, and I can speak to you later for an actual conversation. Play smarter, not harder. Now, Childy, is there something you want to talk about, because I'm waiting? Delivery done. Wow, you want speedy courier, Childy? Nice job to the dude. Anyhow, it's all over with. We can both relax, eh? As a little thank you, take my modern table. Not the worst item in the game. I really appreciate that help. You're a stand-up human. I guess most humans stand up, though. True. Gotta say, oh, are you? For a second, I thought that was like a black rose, and I was about to get very excited. Unfortunately, got my hopes up, but here's how it is. Now, are there any hybrids going on down here? Because I swear to remember there was. No, just the 2 white roses and... Oh! Pitfall, apparently. Pitfall. Something's grown over here recently. I swear there was... Nah, I guess I'm misremembering. Yeah, also, if you're wondering why I'm maintaining these flowers, I wish I had an answer for you. Like, we've got the gold can from the perfect town, but some part of me just feels nice going around and maintaining a little bit of my town. Even if I know it, by, like, literal standards, is not a perfect one anymore, because I haven't logged in every day for 2 weeks to get it sorted. Nothing interesting that applies to us right now. We'll just in a fireworks show. I think this one in the week coming up I can probably make. Depending on work. I did not mean to go in there. My brain was saying go into the museum, and for some reason I got them messed up in my head. We'll have a quick check, shall we? Okay. Yeah, I can actually make that, I think. On Sunday, I am working... Granted, one of my least favourite shifts at work. See, I would say what it is, but I can't really say where I work, because it's really easy to figure out where I do, if I say. It's like there's only a limited number of them in the country, and using other info you could probably get me. But let's just say we host... Yeah, okay, my work hosts, like, functions. So we do, like, weddings, discos, parties, quiz nights, you name it. You pay us money, you get the room, I serve the bar. Kind of like this, you know? Like, you know, there was a whole party in the Roost, KK concert on. This kind of arrangement, but bigger, more seats, and usually 2 people behind the bar. My least favourite, like, if you're wondering, like, British slang, what that means, a do is just a reference to, like, a get-together or party, but for some reason in the UK, we call them a do. Although, we use other things interchangeably. It's just a general idea of a get-together. But at work, we have, like, all sorts. And on Sundays, we have christenings, which are my least favourite to do at work. Which by logic, shouldn't be the case. Because I don't like when work is rowdy, particularly I don't like it it's rowdy with drunk adults. But because of how our capacity works and how you can easily hit it, at a christening, it's kind of diluted to where there's like maybe 90 adults max, and then the rest are kids. Because it's a christening, you know? However, for some reason, I don't know why this is, it should be more peaceful. But for some reason, christenings with 90 adults are more rowdy than parties with 120 adults. Like, I've seen a lot of like parties be held at my workplace. And I'm not lying when I say I have seen christenings for a child that is not even old enough to speak to be more rowdy and full of drunk people than like 21st or 40th birthdays, 50th birthdays. At one point, do I want to say weddings? We've had like I've done like 2 weddings in my time that I'm there, and granted one of them was wild. Well, okay, mainly because do I share this? Like, am I privy to share this? It's like, I gotta be careful of what I say, but also, is anyone important listening that would be able to tie it back to me? Probably not. But yeah, no. So some weird stuff happens at my work. But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure at one of our weddings, if memory serves, the groom just, we'll say he got a special present from a guest that, he did all at once. And got taken away for. So I'm not sure if christenings are the most hectic dues we've got, but they're the ones I dread the most. But hey, if I'm back, which should be, can make fireworks on Sunday, so works out in the end. I guess I can hang in there. Now, brief tangent aside, Cap'n, you are there, you little squidlet. Do you head into the city to propose to your lass? Don't want another proposal/wedding at my work, so no. Yar ha ha ha, just a wee joke, sprat. You look so peppy, I had to trim your sails a touch. I mean, look at you, you're a minnow without even to be thinking on marriage. Now, already sprat, the city ain't far. You even remember to smooth them eyebrows? Yar, gar. You'll quiet out there, you might meet your future bride after all. Well, depending on if anyone's there, which I don't think they will be. But, you know, who am I? Who am I to assume that no one will be out and about in the city at 2:30 AM? Who am I to think that? Although if I were to think that, I'd be positively right. Now, of course, first order of business. Not open. Very sad. Very sad. And of course, everything's shut. Granted, that said it shuts at 12 AM. Huh. I don't know, maybe it's been me, but I anticipated that it'd shut earlier. Okay, Shampoo shuts a little earlier, that's not a building. Huh, I did not realise that the fortune teller would stay open that later. Again, that shuts at 9 PM, that's kind of weird. This lets you inside, but the actual showings... When did the showings end? Out of pure interest. 11 PM. Huh. So a few of the things here are still open until quite late. Like, I can imagine if you come to the city at like 10:30, 10:45, it'll be quite lively. And then Reds is even shut, because that shuts at 2, doesn't it? No, 1 a.m, yeah. So, you come to the city at like 10:45, you still got 3 shops open. Not too bad. I also expected it all to shut down around 9:10, so having those last few things hanging there, pretty cool. And of course, what's going on in here? 9 p.m, yeah, so 9 p.m 's kind of like where, you're going to get in before then, which I assume most people will be able to. But that's kind of cool as it gets later, especially like, I did not expect this game to open up at like 10:45. But I stand corrected. There is literally a shop that stays open until 1 a.m. But it's how it is. There's no real purpose for us being here, by the way. Like, there's nothing I actively plan to do. It's just I like coming here at night. I don't know particularly what it is. I like the vibe. Granted, the other thing that kind of bothers me about this area is that you can't really look up. Just kind of, yeah. It's like you can kind of see the clock over there. You can really angle yourself on the perspective. Like, I swear you can look up in your town, but for whatever reason they just don't let you do it here. I mean, shockingly, there is like more to these buildings than just what you're able to see. Like if you use out of bounds stuff, which is pretty neat. For completionist's sake, because I know someone will complain if I don't briefly run in there, or run in the auction house. It's the only thing that's technically open 24/7, I think. No. Okay, I've got to phrase it carefully here. But I think in any Animal Crossing game, this is the only thing open where you can theoretically actually buy stuff 24/7, even if it is player funded. Yeah, like think post office, you can only pay off your loan. You can't technically buy something, so yeah, get savvy. But that's the only technical 24-hour shop in the series. Now, just chill here. I don't really have much to say. I'm gonna actually, let's take like a photo with a clock. I think that'd be pretty cool. Add to the album. I keep saying I'm gonna make an episode where I go through the album, and I do. It's just I forget. I should leave the SD card adapter on my Wii U. So next time I go to turn it on to record this, I'm like, I need them screenshots show. Although it's like, is waiting to episode 200 really that big of an ask? Like, finding what to do for 20 episodes might be a bit difficult, but same point. 200 episodes, big milestone. Nudge, nudge with Link. Anyway, one last check for Resetty. Is he open? Of course he is not. Like, I noticed this earlier. Like, I don't understand what sometimes the camera will only let you go to like here with the cones, and sometimes it'll let you go all the way like it is now. I never understand that. And I swear back in the old days, if you could put some stuff on the keyboard, then it would let your camera go a bit more that way. Again, never understood what that was, but interesting. It's like, yeah, no, I think like years back I've probably detailed my escapades with this silly little chat bar in the game. Like, there were so many things I used to think I could do with this that like never worked. Oh my god, those quick phrases. Those have always been in the game, and I've just never clocked that they existed. Not that I've had a reason to, given I've only played this game online with another living person once. I did not actually realise they existed. And that's kind of cool. But yeah, no, in the old days, if any of you remember what a gecko code was for the Wii, let's say I want this no clip out of bounds, I'd need a gecko code. And as I played this game when I was young, I had no idea what one was, but I'd see the codes and I think, the only place I can input text on the go in Animal Crossing is this, so I'd spend ages putting in these codes into here. Obviously, it's just kind of an artist's interpretation, but it would be this, and then like, these, and I'd spend forever inputting them and copying them on future me. They never work. It required an extra thing on the homebrew, but I used to input those, of course, use the thing with Resetty. I think at one point, like super early on, I tried to chat to my villagers using the thing. I'll like announce events and try and get people to come to my location. And they never did. But when you're a kid, you don't realise what's hard-coded in this game to be able to be possible or not be possible. You don't think about that shit. I do now, because I am on a game design course, but shockingly, when you're a child, this silly little purple tab has like infinite possibilities, and also infinite disappointment when you realise none of those possibilities are real. Still had fun with it though. It's always held up for the hope that maybe I just, maybe I just put that one letter in wrong, or maybe they didn't like the fact I didn't capitalise everything. Well, I can go on and on and on, but nah. Also, a fun minigame I used to do back in the day, just used to click here, click here, click here, click here. Try and tap all of them before it drove away a few times. Just while you're waiting for the animation and whatnot. Takes its time, so why not practice your accuracy with a Wiimote? Honestly, now I think about it, I think that definitely had helped me get better as a kid. Because I'm sorry, I am way too, like, proficient with this. Like, I know the perfect amount to move, and I understand that might just come from playing this specifically, but I feel as though having to click those 4 very specific things quite quickly while waiting for that animation to finish, I feel as though that helped. I feel as though that contributed slightly, you know? Which is like, I'm not gonna complain. I think it's funny. It's like, okay, actually, shit, we get another go. I mean, oh heck. Gotta keep it semi-family friendly. There we go. Bop, 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 bop. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bop, 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 bop. Try and tap him to go the way, but it doesn't work. God. I gotta say, the thing is the best episodes of this are when I'm just doing things and reminiscing on things from way back when. And I think I've mentioned this before, which is really funny. But I'm always cognizant of the fact that, yes, shockingly, I can't just repeat the same episode topics for ages, out of respect for people who'd watch every episode. Like, I'm sorry, if you watch episode 60 and then episode 135, for complete example, I'm speaking about the same thing with maybe a few extra details added in, you either think it's a really cool throwback or just kind of get bored. It's like, yeah, you have the episode content itself to go over. I think listening to repeat the same thing too much can drive some people away, especially within the confines of the same series, which is an issue, right? Because I like to be sparing stuff like that, but I covered a lot of stuff very early in the series, which won't be an issue, because it's like, oh, you know, I'm sorry, how you're also awake, jeez. Because early in the series, right, is like 6 years ago-ish, give or take, or 5? We'll say 5, we'll be safe. But as it's early up in the playlist and like higher up, in search of people looking for the first episode of the series, the first few to spam, it means those are also the ones people are most likely to watch, which is an issue. Because it's like, my commentary 5 years ago. Okay, I'm not going to put myself down, you know, saying, ooh, I'm so much better now. Like, 5 years ago, I was okay at commentating. Like, I'll give myself that. Could have been better audio mixing, definitely, and there's definitely room to grow. I think I've definitely gotten a tad bit better, but it was doable. It's just, I've already spoken about those topics in episodes of the series people are the most likely to have seen, given they are early on, and therefore most popular due to how YouTube likes to work. Or just how search results work in general. Hello, Mr. Lighthouse, good to see you spinning diligently. Guess I'm getting my money's worth, not having any shipwrecks on my beach. But yeah, that always bothers me, because it's like, there is some stuff I want to mention, and it's like, no, I probably have mentioned that previously, and I just can't, or I don't want to, because it's either too soon, or it's like, nah, I'm just rehashing around. So if you ever wonder why most of the conversations on this are present stuff happening, A, because it's a bit easier to remember than me trying to retell stuff from like 2010, and B, if it's very recent stuff, don't have to go, you know, worrying if I've ever said it or not. Because like how I have, it's like, God, quick example, G4 Bound got on free, got extended, might buy something, and I got some new foam ear tips for the new earplugs that I got that are Sony branded, because the ones that came with my current ones were kind of small, so it kind of like hurt to have to, you know, get them in far enough so I can like properly hear. Never before has that been an issue in this series, so we don't need to worry about the fact that I'm repeating something I've already said. That is a wholly unique thing that's happening in the present. Or at the very least, if it is something more generic, like, oh, work was annoying today, at least it was work was annoying on today, instead of the last time I mentioned it, which likely would have been a month ago. Now, I don't know, I've really liked this little episode, me and you having a chat about a bunch of random things, and it's like, this is why I kind of like to keep them sparing, so there's always like a special flair, like a special sauce about these, which I really like. You know, whether it's like me having to keep my voice down to not wake anyone up, or, you know, just the weird chats we get into because there's like not much in the game to keep us like interested. Well, not interested, but, you know, an active goal. I don't know. I really like them, and I know all of you guys have said as much too. It's just a different vibe, and it very much can kind of break it up and just add something. Now, speaking of adding things, I'm gonna add this to my export folder and go to bed, because it is almost 3 AM, and I'm going to need to be up early tomorrow because I may be heading into town to sign up to a gym, which is kind of foreboding, but hey, It means I won't die from being, like, overweight from all the pizzas and KFC I drink at age 30, so... Once again, present thing, so I don't need to worry about having repeated it. Or at least, you know, an advanced version of a situation that I may have, like, touched on previously. God, what a weird episode. You know what's making it even weirder? Have we ever used this phone in the series? I don't know, but hello, what can I do for you, Daniel? Game settings, flag design, never mind. What is flag design? Oh, so you're looking to switch up your flag design. What are you going for? Oh, it's this. Huh. Well, I kind of like the default one. So, yeah, no sense in messing with a good thing. Now, can I do anything else for you? Game settings. If I remember correctly, we have sound settings, text settings, menu stuff, never mind. And sound and text, I think, are on main screen, and the menu stuff is something slightly different. Tutorial callouts for menu icons and windows. No thanks. Know anything else? I swear he used to be able to sort out WeConnect 24, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Yeah, we want keyboard style. And then, I think, last but not least, sound settings? Anomalies. Yes, that's fine. We're just basically confirming stuff that was already there. I swear you could have tweaked WeConnect 24 back in the day, but maybe that's, like, patched out if you're specifically playing on the Wii U. See, I say that, but you can also play online, so, Also, final quirky thing. We've done this once in the series. If you interact with the bottom of your bed, you can swap it. This is never mentioned in the game at all, but I love it. Because this was originally a different bed, and we swapped it for a red one, because I liked it better. That also means, if Apollo had given us, not Apollo, Octavian had given us a modern bed earlier, we could actually swap that in. It doesn't just have to be these few. Now, many weird tangents aside, let's get to bed. So if you have enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help out a bunch. It lets me know that you want to see more of this and all that good stuff. Let me know what you guys will be interested in terms of how soon you want to see the next one of these, because I've really enjoyed recording this. I'll argue it's the most fun recording I've done all week. So let me know how often you guys would like, well, no, not how often, how soon you'd like to see the next one of these. We're not going to say next episode, but we're going to see one in like a few weeks, a few months, like a set amount of episodes. Let me know and I'll take them into consideration for planning the next one. Write myself a little note or a reminder for as when we get there. But yeah, that's it for now. So until next time, with all that said and all that aside, thanks for watching, guys. My name's been Neremik, and peace out.